guys, today we're going to be talking about how to make aligned decisions, how to flow in life when you're in the midst of an indecision. So first off, I'm going to start by talking about the fact that it's okay to feel indecisive, and it's everything that you're feeling when you're in a moment of indecision. All of those feelings are 100% valid. You're feeling that way for a reason. There is logic. There are pros and cons about each decision. This is a gray area and an opportunity for growth. What's happening here is that you have a limited amount of information, and what you need is to gain experience in order to understand which trajectory to take. So deep diving into that, it is literally impossible to make future decisions with this current state of consciousness. You literally cannot make a tomorrow's decision with today's knowledge. You just don't have what you need. And learning how to make peace with that, learning to realize that just awareness alone, it's completely normal to feel this way. So that's the first thing to know. The goal here is not to know the answer, not to have a definitive answer, but rather to move yourself, get yourself moving and create the clarity as you move. Because as life moves forward, as experience is gained, that's when we start to feel more certain about a decision. It's perfectly okay for yourself to change your mind back and forth at different times. This is completely normal. You're considering different options, different pros and cons, and allow your body to go through this process. Allow yourself to gain feedback, to gain input. That's all contributing in the long run. You may never have a fully decided answer, and that's another truth, another reality to accept. You're never going to have one. However, once you do make a decision, go all out with it, because no matter what you pick, there are going to be pros and cons. There are going to be reasons why you should have done it or reasons why you shouldn't have, but whatever you do choose to do, make that the final decision and go all out with it. Now, prior to making that decision, here are some tips that you can do. Step away when feeling overwhelmed. Step away for a bit. Allow yourself to live a little bit, to loosen up that energy, and then come back and see how you feel. I've faced this countless times in my life where I just wish I could have a decision. I just wish I could know it, but there are so many things to consider about each option. Sometimes getting caught up in that energy is what keeps you stuck and keeps you from moving forward. The goal here is to make the next step and to take action so that you can gain more input and more clarity. When you get to the final moment where it truly is time to make a decision, you're going to make that decision from that level of consciousness, and that's going to be the best decision that you can make. Remember, it's impossible to have everything figured out, to have everything mapped out, but every decision has its benefits. Focus on those benefits. Continue to step away, come back with more clarity, and make the decisions when the time comes. When the time comes, even if you're not 100%, just get in your body and feel, what is the best decision that I can make right now? And go all out with that decision. Always worry about the next step only. Let the big picture fall away. The next step is all that you need to know. Once you take action and you take that next step, it's going to reveal more answers. There are some answers that are only going to occur if you take action. There's clarity that will only arise if you take action. Getting caught up in stress and worry is preventing you from taking action. So just take the next step. Come back to your body when you're overwhelmed and figure out, okay, what is it that I need to be my best right now? Your goal here is to optimize your energy, because when your energy is high, your clarity is high, and you're going to make the best decisions that you possibly can. Every step that you take is the process that's going to develop you. You're going to research over time. You're going to gain input and experience, and they're all going to mold you along the way. This molded and refined version of you is going to be much more improved from the original version of you that you started off as. The more experienced version of you can make much stronger, much more developed decisions, and that is truly the goal. Will there ever be a solid answer to your indecision? Sometimes yes, but likely there will never be a 100% clear answer, because you simply have not experienced each option to their fullest. So make a decision right now and allow that to unfold and allow that to play out. I like to view this as a choose your own adventure book. When you're reading these books, you have such a variety of options. One decision leads to another, and they have this chain effect, but they can lead down so many different paths. It's impossible to know all of that right here, right now. Get out of your head, get into your body, and start to experience life. No matter what it is that you choose, you are doing your best, and that is the most that you can give. As long as you're giving your best in whatever life throws at you, there is always going to be a way to succeed.